this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.
Hello, good people. Welcome to Raw Vegan Rising. My name is Shane Sterling. I'm going to talk about the top 5 pros and cons of juice fasting. Now, I've been helping people juice fast as a coach since 2017. The very first person that ever came to me and asked for help wanted help doing a juice fast. I wasn't even a coach at that time. This work has found me, and I am so humbled and honored to be able to help people in their process. At this point, I've probably helped hundreds of people and witnessed hundreds of people through their process of juice fasting. I have a lot of information to share, and I think it is absolutely critical. So I'm glad you clicked on this video. We're going to talk about the top 5 pros and cons of juice fasting. Also, my purpose on this planet is to help people awaken to the power of raw foods to heal our bodies, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, and to have the living foods help us connect emotionally and feel more reverence for life and feel more purpose and hope for life and intuition. You know what my vision is? It's like this benevolent utopian society in the future where we're vegan for sure, maybe mostly raw in our society, and we're just a very high vibrational civilization, and we're empathic, and we work to create the highest benefit of all life. That's my vision. That's my vision for humanity. And I'm here working toward that purpose. Okay, so juice fasting and raw food is my topic. If this is what you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button because you're going to get a lot of value from my channel. All right, let's get started. The top 5 pros of juice fasting. Let's start with the pros, okay? Number 1, heals every disease known to man. Now, that might seem like a bold statement. I believe it is absolutely 100% true. I know it in my bones. I know it in my gut. And this is because juice fasting helps the body eliminate. Elimination is the whole key. And we don't realize this, and we're caught up in our heads, and we think that doesn't matter what we eat, and it doesn't matter what we do. Our body's going to do what it does. But when we can help our body eliminate, we are going to release all of the toxins and the built-up waste and the built-up junk and the mucus and the biofilms and plaques in our body and our arteries that create disease. So all of the big diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, fibromyalgia, all these inflammation diseases that we have, gone. Juice fasting takes care of it. Now, juice fasting is just the first step. There's other things involved, but it is an incredible tool that can help you heal your life and change your life forever. Okay, number 2 of the pros, resets the gut bacteria and diminishes cravings. When we're doing a juice fast, it sweeps the GI tract clean of all of that waste, all of the environments where the pathogenic bacteria can build and grow and create imbalance. Okay, so that can curb cravings because it's the bacteria that are creating cravings in your life. If you're battling food addiction, cooked food addiction, junk food addiction, and you're not in control, it's not your fault. It is the bacteria that is in your gut. So when you do a juice fast, it resets the bacteria in your gut. It is incredible. It's one of the biggest benefits, and it can change your life. All right, number 3, resets neural associations with where life force comes from. Now, unless you've done a juice fast, you're not going to understand what I'm saying here. Life force. Life force. We eat bread and cheese and meat and cooked potatoes, and we think that that gives us life. When we do a juice fast, it resets all that. It resets the neural associations because we're not eating bread and cheese and meat and cooked food and potatoes and steamed broccoli. We are having pure living juices from greens and herbs and celery and cucumbers and fruits and citruses and melons. And it makes us realize that the living life force in the water and the minerals and the electrons and the hormones and the oxygen in living juices, this is what provides true life force. And often people don't want to go back. They get high on their juice fast and they're like, oh, I could do this forever. I don't want to go back to cooked food. That is one of the most amazing benefits. So the neural associations cannot be underestimated because it resets. It gives us an insight. It tells us information about where that life force is really coming from. And we realize we never really have to go back to those dead, denatured foods because they don't really provide us the same level of life force. Okay, number 4, strips biofilms and mucus from the bowels. Nothing could be more beneficial for health than stripping mucus and biofilms from the bowels. In fact, the reason to do a juice fast is to strip the mucoid plaque out of the bowels. Mucoid plaque is a coined term for an accumulated biofilm, mucus biofilm that accumulates in the GI tract over the course of your lifetime from eating acidic foods. Okay, so not only do the foods create acid waste and acid buildup, but the bacteria that have to break down these foods also excrete acids. And we have acids, and we create mucus to protect from the acids. Well, these mucuses build up and accumulate and harden, and then we can't absorb our nutrients correctly. We can't digest correctly. We have slow bowel transit time. Every disease known to man is wrapped up in the problem of these biofilms and the mucus. So it's one of the major benefits to get that out of the GI tract. If we can actually sweep the GI tract clean one time thoroughly by doing a juice fast, we will change our life. It's incredible. Okay, number 5, the 5th pro of doing a juice fast. It gives you the best energy of your life. In fact, almost every single person who I've ever coached through doing a juice fast will talk about the amazing energy that they feel. They might feel detox symptoms. They might have a stuffy nose or a sore throat or a breakout on their face. They might even have fatigue, but beneath it, they'll talk about the energy. So the energy levels increase when we have raw food, when we have juices. Why is that? It's because we're not burdening our body with this incessant digestion. When we give our body a break from digestion, it can focus on elimination. It can focus on metabolizing the nutrients for energy. And so we're not burdening the body, but we're getting all this energy from the juices. And it's like a rocket ship to another dimension. It feels incredible. It's one of the most profound feelings of your life. I will say, for me, it feels like the best drug you could ever imagine. Sometimes you get tingly. Sometimes you're just high on life. You have epiphanies. You have insights. You feel connected. It just feels amazing. It's a different kind of energy than we're used to. And it's one of the major benefits of doing a juice fast. All right, let's talk about the cons. The cons of doing a juice fast. These are real, and it's important that you guys understand these because we don't want to just paint an unrealistic picture going into a juice fast, okay? I like to paint a very realistic picture, and there are challenges, and they are real. So if you're going to do a juice fast, you want to be aware of these, and you want to realize this is what you're getting into. Okay, number 1, it weakens the bowel musculature temporarily. Okay, when we're not digesting food, the musculature that moves that food through the GI tract kind of atrophies because it doesn't have to do any work. So if we do go for an extended juice fast, like 30, 60, or 90 days to do all of the things we want to do, empty the mucus and the biofilms out of the bowels, then the musculature becomes weak. But it's only temporary. It would be like not you using your muscles, laying in bed for a month or 2. Yeah, you'd get kind of weak, but as soon as you get back to normal, your body jumps right back and the musculature comes back. So one of the main things to realize when we break a juice fast is regaining strength in the bowel musculature. This is a key thing to work on, to be aware of, and it's the whole key in rebuilding the gut after a juice fast. Doesn't take too long, usually a couple weeks, maximum few weeks really, and we're back to normal. Okay, number 2, diminishes the microbiome temporarily. So this means that the bacteria in our gut that are normally digesting all these foods we eat, all of a sudden don't have any foods to eat, so they die off. There is a die-off process of bacteria. This is a good thing and a bad thing because it's good because it resets all these bad bacteria, but it also diminishes the good bacteria that would be normally there and robust for digesting all of our food. Ideally, a raw diet of undenatured foods. But if we're not putting any food through our GI tract, there's no bacteria to break it down. So then breaking our juice fast and rebuilding the gut is a process of rebuilding the gut bacteria, and that can take some time. It can take 6 months even, okay? In fact, if your idea is to do a juice fast and to stay raw vegan afterwards, it can actually take up to a year, possibly longer, to have your digestive system, including the microbiome, become completely strong and robust how you want it to be. Okay, it took me 2 years before I'd say I was feeling good consistently on raw food after my long juice fast that I did, where I got mucoid plaque out of my digestive system. So not painting an unrealistic picture here. It's a process in rebuilding the microbiome, okay? Number 3, you get comfortable knowing exactly what to eat every day. Getting comfortable knowing what to eat. Now, why is this a bad thing? Well, because it sets us up for not expecting how hard it is to go back to eating solid food. When we are juice fasting, we know exactly what our plan is for the day. We know what to turn to. We know what to buy and stock the fridge with. Raw fruits and vegetables, because we're juicing, right? So it's really easy. We can easily make the quantity of juice we need. But the second we go back to solid food, bam, the whole world is there again. All of our cravings, all of our weaknesses, all of our food addictions are there. So it can really set us up to not expect how hard it is to go back to that. And we can get in this groove with ourselves where we're like, look how easy this is. Oh yeah, I'm jamming along, no problem. Juice fast, here I am, 60 days, things are good. But then we go back to solid food, and within 3 weeks, we're binging on, fried food, fried samosas from down the street at the Indian restaurant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good thing. We want to be prepared for how hard it is to go back to solid food and how much work it takes to rebuild the microbiome and rebuild the bowel musculature. Okay, number 4, there is a cost and time investment. Okay, this is intensive sometimes. I estimate about $25 a day to do a proper juice fast with high quality, unlimited organic produce. Now, depending on where you are in the world or in the United States, for instance, where I live, it can be less than that. And if you're not buying all organic, it can be less than that. But I would say at a high estimate, $25 a day, you also need to invest in a juicer. And a juicer, the good juicers, the one that I recommend that's in my Amazon store, there's a link in the description for my Amazon store if you want to see the juicer and all the kitchen tools I use. That juicer is the Green Star Elite by TriBest. That's about a $500 juicer. It's the only one to buy in my opinion. And that juicer is an expense. If you don't already have it, you got to buy that. If you're going to invest in a juice fast, get the right juicer. And if you're going to go 30, 40, 60 days, you're already investing a chunk of time and effort and money into this. So you really need some support while you're doing it. I recommend joining Raw Vegan Heroes, which is my group coaching program for juice fasting support. It's possibly the best juice fasting support in the world at this time. It's affordable. It's incredible. There's about 200 members in there right now, and it is an amazing community that has come together to support each other with juice fasting, transitioning to raw food, healing disease. We have people with all levels of inflammation, diseases, diabetes, and cancer, and different things where people are turning to raw food and juicing as the solution for natural healing. And this group, Raw Vegan Heroes, is amazing. Okay, number 5, juice fasting can be physically challenging. Let's not underestimate the power of detoxification to break us down and make us feel like we're going crazy. Because as we detox, the toxins come out into our blood and get into our brain, make us feel like we're going crazy. We can lose our sense of confidence, who we are, what we're doing. I mean, really, I've seen people, go off the deep end. They're safe. Especially if they have a coach, if they have a community around them, it's really a safe process. But detox will drive us crazy. It is maddening. But see, we got to get these toxins out of our body to heal. This is what's causing all of our disease and problems in the first place, is all of these toxins that are in our body. So doing a juice fast is worth the challenges. Those are my 5 cons. Now, I'd really just like to summarize by saying a juice fast is the most important thing you can do for your health. It will reverse all inflammation issues pretty quickly. It will reverse things like diabetes. It will reverse aging. It'll take years off. It'll make you look and feel amazing. It'll give you energy. It's a great reset. It's very powerful to do. I recommend everybody do it for a period of time in their life just to experience it. And for those who really want to take their life to the next level, do a long juice fast, an extended juice fast to remove mucoid plaque out of the bowels. Get that over with, clean the food tube out, and then stay on a raw food diet and bring your connection level up to the highest that you could possibly imagine in your life, and live into that vision that I talked about, where we could create a society, a civilization on this planet of benevolent, high vibrational beings that are empathic and connected and looking to improve the quality of life for all living beings at all times in all ways, creating a win-win-win in our civilization. Can you imagine that? Well, that's the purpose that I'm working on. I am working diligently day in and day out to create that. That's why I'm sharing this information with you. That's why I have my group coaching program, Raw Vegan Heroes. There's a link in the description to go check out Raw Vegan Heroes. I highly recommend it. If you were to do a juice fast and join Raw Vegan Heroes for that process, you're getting the best support possibly that the world has to offer right now. I'm the main coach in there. I have an assistant coach. I'll help you with every step of the way. Okay, we do a weekly live stream, which is a Q&A. All the members can come on and ask questions, and we talk about it. A lot of juice fasting questions, a lot of juice fasting support. It's incredible. And if you want to stay raw vegan after your juice fast, that's the place to be. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for being on this video. I am committed to the growth, the awakening, and the connection of humanity. It is my purpose. I will be doing this work for the rest of my life. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope you have a great day. Much love and blessings. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.